mess, don't you?
Thank you.
You shave before you come on duty next time.
Your nightshirt shines.
What?
Not very pretty.
Yeah. Clubbed, eh?
Repeatedly. Whoever did it meant business.
That's how they went berserk. What time?
2. At least he was fined at 2. The surgeon thinks it can't have happened long before then.
Where?
A building site just off Shepherd's Market. We found the weapon.
A brick? Identification.
Name of Jones.
Henry Jones, clerk at the Woolwich Arsenal.
I found these among the things.
Ah.
Nice clear-cut motive, hmm?
What are you talking about?
Well, most secret.
Well, you might batter someone to death to get these papers, but having got them, you'd hardly leave them on the body, would you? Ah.
Dear. Oh, dear.
The mountain has come to Mohammed.
And what can I do for you?
Nothing, thank you.
The minister has an engagement.
Really?
He's in no mood.
I'll be the judge of that, Mr. Carruthers.
There you go.
I'll advise the minister you're here, gentlemen.
Thank you. I thought we were summoned urgently.
He's a busy man.
That's not why he isn't here. Elementary tactics. The idea being that you'll be at a slight disadvantage when he does condescend to appear. He does it to everyone.
Is that so?
I'd recommend a drink. That'd ruin the desired effect.
Not for me, thank you.
It's a bit early, isn't it?
If you sooner stand there shuffling your feet. Do you work for him?
Not directly, no.
We're police officers.
I gather you know the minister well.
Well, yes, quite well. I'm just his son, officer. And since you have the prior engagement.
Sorry to keep you waiting, gentlemen.
I've explained the form. Good morning, Father.
I told him you wouldn't have time.
I don't take orders from your secretary.
Mr. Carruthers was acting on my instructions.
But it's important.
No doubt. It also happens to be inopportune, so if you don't mind.
Very well. I'll write for an appointment, Father.
Difficult age, sir.
I appreciate your sympathy, Superintendent, almost as much as I deprecate the need for it, however. Wait outside, would you, Carruthers? This is the expert, is it?
This is Sergeant Cork, Minister.
I do, sir.
Is he quick, discreet, able?
Shall I leave the room?
Confidence or just impertinence?
Oh, I'm sure
Neither, sir.
Sergeant
I
Cork...
don't see that my competence is in question, sir.
And mine is.
That's what we're here to investigate, sir.
If you can justify your high opinion of yourself, we'll get along famously, Sergeant. Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
How much do you know of the work of my department?
Very little, sir.
That, at least, is as it should be. Thank you, Superintendent. Let me enlighten you, gentlemen. We're not in charge, but we are to coordinate the work of the various service ministries, with special reference to the research and development of new armaments. You'll appreciate that all this is in the strictest confidence.
Of course, Minister.
In a typically British compromise, my department has hardly any official status but wide powers. I had the good fortune to attend the same school as the Prime Minister. Under our aegis, the Admiralty are carrying out certain modifications on the Whitehead torpedo. I'll spare you the details, but if successful, these modifications will give us a weapon so vastly superior to any other now in existence as to secure our position as the supreme naval power for fully 10 years. Now, in face of the pace of Germany's rearmament and her known colonial ambitions, our safety, if not our very survival, depends on our ability to preserve this balance of power. We were in sight of achieving that objective. Overnight, it has literally disappeared.
And the documents found on the body?
Were incomplete. The 3 revolutionary specifications were not recovered.
If they were that important, how did a junior clerk get hold of them?
I don't know. If it hadn't happened, I'd have said it was impossible.
Where were they kept, sir?
In a lock safe at the arsenal.
How many keys?
2.
Held by?
Woolner, the director.
And?
Myself.
Designer?
Harris, he had no key. He worked at the arsenal under constant guard. Each night his work was locked into the safe.
By Woolner?
Each morning, Woolner issued him with whatever he needed to continue.
Seems foolproof.
That was the intention. For all that, the complete set of plans were abstracted from an undamaged safe. And all but the 3 vital ones are found on the body of a junior clerk who shouldn't have known what was going on at all.
Are you sure they were locked in the safe last night, sir?
It was a matter of routine.
And you checked that this was observed, sir?
I've spoken to Woolner on the telephone. He locked them into the safe at 6 o'clock last night.
8 hours later, they turn up on the body of a murdered man.
And the safe was undamaged.
So it appears.
And Woolner still has his key?
It's not been out of his possession.
And you, sir?
The same.
May I see it? Thank you, sir. Superintendent, I wonder if you'll tell Mary to go and check on the dead man. Search his lodgings. He knows the routine. I'll meet him later at the arsenal.
Right.
Sergeant,
Sir,
I'm not concerned with the death of an entity.
he was a human being, sir.
You misunderstand me. The man's death is incidental. That doesn't mean that it leaves me personally unmoved. It's a matter of priorities. We must do everything to get these missing specifications recovered.
I take the point, sir.
I can't afford to have you sidetracked by a murder inquiry.
It's no use keeping a dog and barking yourself. We'll do things my way, if you don't mind. Excuse me, sir.
Ah, see, you have a very curious way of dealing with your subordinates.
It works, sir. Sergeant Cork is in rather a special category.
So I see. You'd better advise him there'll be the devil to pay if these specifications fall into the wrong hands.
He's even less impressed with threats than I am.
I am merely trying to point out...
We'll keep you fully informed, sir. We'll see you then.
Nothing amiss, I hope, Minister?
No. No, nothing of consequence, Carruthers. Did you bring the dispatch boxes over?
I have all the papers here, sir.
Thank you.
What do you think you're doing?
I might ask you the same question.
I'm Mr. Jones's fiancée, and these are his rooms.
Miss Hartfield? Marriott, Bob Marriott.
He never mentioned
No,
any...
he wouldn't. We didn't meet until last night.
Then just what
I
do you
should
think...
tell you that I'm a detective constable, miss.
A policeman?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, when he didn't turn up last night... What's happened? What's he done?
You were going to meet him last night.
At the theatre. But when he didn't arrive, I was afraid that... Please, you must tell me. Has something happened? Has he been hurt?
He's dead, I'm afraid.
Dead?
Yes, he was murdered.
But... I'm all right.
Perhaps if you sat down.
No, I'm perfectly all right. But why? Henry, of all people. Who would do such a thing?
We intend to find out. If I could ask you a few questions.
Yes, yes, of course. Anything, I'll do anything.
All right. Now, did he have any enemies?
Henry? Why should he?
I don't know.
No.
Well, at work, perhaps. I mean, people do have enemies.
No, no, no. He was a good person. Oh, I don't suppose he would ever have amounted to much. That's not what I mean. He was kind, gentle, considerate. He was always doing things for people, without them asking. Almost before they knew they wanted them done.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth, it made me very angry sometimes, when they put upon him. What I mean is, that's the way he was. They take advantage. Everybody did. But you couldn't dislike him. You couldn't harm him.
Well, someone did.
Why?
Well, it could be something to do with the fact that he seems to have been a spy.
Henry?
Yes, some most secret documents were found on the body. More important, some of them were missing.
If there were...
No ifs about it, there were.
Well, he was taking them somewhere, and he was robbed. Murdered.
Possibly. The point is, he shouldn't have had them.
I don't follow.
Well, they were taken from a safe at the arsenal, you see.
And you
Well,
think...
it was where he worked, and they were found on the body.
I don't believe it. I don't know. There isn't a day I can remember without you. We were the same age. We grew up together in the same street. And for the past 2 years, we've been engaged. There isn't anything that we hadn't talked about, dreamed about, hoped for, and didn't know about each other. Do you think I wouldn't have known if he'd had something to hide?
Oh, it's hard to say.
Perhaps you think we were in this thing together.
Well, it's a possibility.
You're not very nice, are you?
I'm not paid to be nice, Miss Hartfield.
What then? To believe the worst of everybody?
To believe nothing. Until I've examined every possibility, however unlikely or personally distasteful that may be.
So you locked the safe last night
At 6 o'clock.
and went home directly?
I told you.
Oh, yes, of course you did. And this morning you came to work at the usual time.
At the usual time.
Noticed nothing amiss?
Not a thing.
The minister phoned you, you opened the safe. Were you surprised at what you found?
Surprised? I was stunned. In all my years here, nothing a fraction as dreadful as this.
You accepted the fact that Jones was responsible.
Well, the minister told me that some documents have been found on his body.
What if they hadn't been?
I don't follow.
Well, if these specifications just disappeared into thin air, would you still have suspected Jones?
Never.
Before this, you trusted him.
So far as the difference between our positions allowed, I even liked him. In 2 years, I had no fault to find. On the contrary, he was discreet, conscientious, and willing. And all that time, one's faith in human nature.
You weren't puzzled?
By his defection?
Oh, no. Why, how on earth he managed to get into that thing?
Now that you come to mention it. Yes?
Ah, come a minute. This is Mr. Woolner. This is Mr. Merritt, a colleague of mine.
Delighted.
How do you do?
There's the safe, lad.
Oh, it's unmarked.
And the lock undamaged into the bargain.
Mr. Woolner's key?
Has been under his possession for the last 24 hours.
More than that.
Well, that covers the material time.
Not even for a moment.
I assure you.
We've been all through that. No, even took him to bed with him.
So you checked the specifications into the safe last night?
Well, did you?
I put them in, yes. For once, I admitted to check them.
Oh.
Well, it's all become such a matter of routine, day in and day out.
No need to make excuses, you know.
So you locked something into the safe, is that it?
The specifications.
All of them? Well, how can you be sure? If you didn't check them, you can't, can you?
No, at least no, not absolutely.
Anyone else present?
Harris.
The designer.
He could have taken them.
If he didn't hand them in, he wouldn't have to take them, would he? I notice you don't spring to his defense.
Oh, it's a matter of the modifications.
Yeah?
It was Harris's idea. Under the terms of his engagement, you know.
You pinched them.
We were strictly within our rights, you know.
I take it there's some bad feeling, is there?
Yes.
May I see Harris?
Yes, of course, immediately. If he's in his office, I'll go and see.
Cooperative type.
Very.
You brought Harris in nicely.
Just the right amount of reluctance. Well, how do you get on with the dead man? What do you find?
Oh, Jones, nothing but well and fair.
What?
And what should quiet us in a death so noble?
Oh, it's Milton, isn't it?
I don't know.
How do you mean that he was a good character?
Well, I met the family, the fiancé. They're all decent, patriotic people. Nobody had a word to say against them.
Now, you believe them?
Well, they seem sincere.
Oh, Woolner gave him a clean sheet, too. Not that that proves anything. But if, yeah?
Was Milton?
Good for me.
Will you come with me, gentlemen?
There you go. Harris?
Who would you be?
This is Sergeant Cork. This is Mr. Merrick.
From Scotland Yard?
That's right.
Would you keep bothering me like this? It'll be a wonder if I ever get these modifications
Now, look here,
redrawn.
I wonder if we might have a word alone.
But I assure you,
Please.
I shall be in my office if you need me any further.
Thank you, sir.
What a forceful character it is.
You don't get on, eh?
Now, whatever gave you that idea?
The modifications, I gather you thought about them in the first place.
I did.
They're worth quite a bit on the open market, wouldn't they?
I would too.
Should have held on to your rights. The royalties alone would have brought you a small fortune.
Oh, believe me, I tried.
And?
Came out of my contract, or so they said. They're happy to get something for nothing.
And how did you feel about that?
I was wild. Took on a lawyer and all. Oh, he hummed and hawed. Then told me they were well within their rights. Charged me 5 guineas for the information, too. That's lawyers for you.
But you accepted and got on with the job, eh?
In the face of facts, I'm a philosophical kind of fellow.
Until last night?
How's that?
Well, you had the opportunity to take the plans last night.
He locked them in the
He
safe.
locked something into the safe. For once, he admitted to check what it was.
And you did
Well, you
what
could
I
have done.
I'd have been taking a risk, wouldn't I? On him not checking them.
Well, it's not much of a risk in relation to the reward.
Then answer me this. If I'd stolen the plans and killed young Jones, why should I come back here to slave away at redrawing the things? Sure, they're worth a fortune to an enemy power. Surely I'd be better occupied in selling them.
It might be a shrewd move to come back here for the time being.
Aren't you the clever one?
Well?
Oh, all right. I might have abstracted the plans right under Woolner's nose. But I left at the same time as he did, and I didn't have time to fit in with the rest of your notions. I really didn't.
Will you explain?
Yesterday was my birthday, you see, so I was home in Merton soon after 7. And by 8 o'clock I was in no fit state to stir out of doors.
I take it there are people who would confirm this.
Oh, of course, of course. My mother, God rest her soul, had a score of us or more. Apart from one unfortunate whose teetotaler, they were all there. To tell you the truth, my memory's none too clear. But judging by what the neighbours had to say this morning, we didn't break up until after 4. So you see...
We'll have to verify this, of course.
Well, of course.
Will you give my colleague your address?
Oh, it's 269 Kingston Road. You'll find most of them stretched on the floor. Now, if I could get on with my work... Oh. Good day to you.
Well, that's all I need to spend the day interviewing 20 Irishmen with hackers.
Yes, a random sample will do.
Well?
Leave him to me. Well, Harris tells us he gave you all the plans to lock in the safe.
Now, that's a great relief. On those rare occasions when I fail to check the plans, this happens. Never again. Yes, I'm grateful for Harris's reassurance.
And you left the office with Harris last night,
That is correct.
leaving Jones here.
He was working.
On your instructions.
Not exactly. That is to say, I happened to mention that my records were in arrears, and he volunteered to attend to them for me.
It's a convenient way of getting the place to himself.
That leaves 2 problems, doesn't it? How did he get in the safe, and why was he killed?
Now, Harris could have returned.
So could you. Harris hadn't got a key. You had. It'd been much easier for you, wouldn't it?
That's an outrageous suggestion.
Are you married, Mr. Woolner?
I've been happily married for 30 years.
You still living with your wife?
Certainly, really,
Look,
Sergeant.
don't misunderstand me. I just take it she might confirm your account of your movements.
I'd rather my wife wasn't brought into this.
Oh?
She's been unwell, and any...
We'll be quite tactful about this. I think we have got your address, haven't we, lad?
Sergeant,
Yes?
could I have a word with you?
Go ahead.
Alone.
Of course.
I don't quite know how to put this. I haven't been strictly truthful with you.
Oh.
Well, the fact is, this is most embarrassing. I have some property, you see. Yes, in particular, a villa on Carlton Hill, number 24.
And the young lady's name?
It's rather a nice reason. I beg your pardon? Oh, you've anticipated me. Miss Anne Fish. Well, we've formed, shall we say, an attachment.
And you spent last night at Carlton Hill, yeah?
I'm ashamed to confess.
All night?
Well, I told my wife that the minister was likely to keep me, that I would take a room in a hotel. I know I should have been frank with you over this, but a man in my position...
I'm concerned about your whereabouts, not your morals, Mr. Woolner.
Quite so, but I'm merely trying to explain when it's a case of establishing one's innocence over this affair.
Yes, of course, we'll see.
I assure you...
I don't doubt you're telling the truth.
Then,
But a woman of easy virtue is liable to have some criminal acquaintances. Now, if she borrowed your key for one of them...
No.
While you were asleep...
She would...
Now, she might have done. And if she did, you're going to have a lot of explaining to do, aren't you? Thank you, Mr. Woolner.
You wicked girl!
Don't you go calling me names. What have you ever done for me, I'd like to know?
Stand there, would you?
Trouble with you is it's all talk.
Oh, it is it?
You lay a finger on me and I'll...
Come here.
Oh!
You bad, wicked girl!
Oh, don't do something quick and I'll kill her in a minute.
There's one for your mother, and there's one for me.
Stop it! Stop it!
You're the fella, are you? I've been waiting for you.
A top. She's
yes,
picked
all
up
right,
with a
miss.
top.
It won't look like a tough time I'm finished.
Just a moment, I'm a police officer.
Topper. Oh, that makes it worse.
I'm looking for Miss Fish.
The nerve of it.
You found
You
her?
didn't know.
I tell you, I don't know him. I never clapped eyes on him before this
You
minute.
keep out of this. Let's see if you can take your medicine like a man now. He's a copper, Meg.
I told you I'd never seen him before.
I'm sorry, Gav.
Didn't I tell your dad? You'll have us all in trouble before you're through.
You coming in like that, I wasn't to know. I mean, how was I to know, Gav?
Could have listened for once, couldn't you?
You... Bit of a family tiff, you see. I'm not one to raise me into a copper.
Not knowingly, never.
Me, I'm a peaceable sort of bloke.
Oh, are you? Ow!
All right, we'll say no more about it if you promise to behave yourself.
Think yourself lucky.
Yes, all of you. Now, what's it all about?
It's her. Left home a month ago.
Just like that.
Next thing we know, we hear she's been set up here by some fancy fella.
He's a respectable gentleman. Not like some I could mention.
Respectable? What else has she done?
Better know the worst.
I've not done nothing.
You saucy...
Now, steady.
Well, I've got me right.
Look, I'll take the lot of you down the station if you don't calm down.
Oh, the shame.
Now, see what you've done.
I want a word with Miss Fish. You can either stay here and keep quiet or get out.
We'll stay.
We'll stay.
Very well. Now, you know Mr. Woolner, I believe.
What if I do?
So that's his name. Where is he?
I won't warn you
I'll
again.
find him if I have to beat it out of
You
you.
can do what you like when I've finished. Until then, I'll book you for obstructing me in the course of my duty if there's one more peep out of you.
You've got no business talking to my dad like that.
No, that's fair, isn't it, Meg?
Very fair.
Thank you. Was Mr. Woolner here last night?
Is he in a bit of bother?
Never you mind. Was he here?
Well, yes. He came about 7.
And stayed?
Well, he had his breakfast here.
My God!
Oldest brass.
Well, we're her parents. It wouldn't be human if we didn't.
Not now.
No.
So neither of you went out and nobody came in?
No.
I see. Do you notice his key?
Key. What key?
You can't remember one.
Can't say I do.
You're sure now it was a key he always carried on his watch chain?
I never bothered with keys. Why should I bother with keys?
Did you know Mr. Woolner was married?
Married? Did you hear that?
I heard.
Suppose I did.
Suppose?
He'd have called here more often if he hadn't been, wouldn't he?
You ever talk about his wife?
Wouldn't have been nice.
Or did he mention his job?
He didn't come here for the conversation, you know.
You didn't know very much about him, did you?
So long as the rent got paid and the allowance come through and he didn't get, you know, rough. Why should I care what he got up to when he wasn't here?
All right, that's all.
Is he in trouble?
What's more to the point, are you?
As far as I'm concerned, I won't bother you any longer.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I can have...
Don't you leave me with
I couldn't
him!
possibly interfere in a purely domestic affair, Mum.
My daughter's having a woman there now. I'll teach you.
I'm satisfied Sergeant Cork is doing everything necessary to pursue this inquiry.
Well, I'm not.
Then you better take the matter up with my superiors.
There's no sense our getting at each other's throats.
You were being grossly unjust to one of my subordinates.
I admire the way you stood up for him.
You're one of my best men, the best.
All I ask is that you appreciate the gravity of the situation should these specifications fall into the wrong hands. And every day, every hour in which you fail to recover them makes it more likely that they will do so. It could put this country in grave danger.
I realize
Then
it.
I'd be obliged if you'd impress it upon Sergeant Cork.
There's no need.
All the same.
Very well.
I was endeavouring to ascertain whether the minister was engaged.
Well, he's not.
Thank you.
Well?
Pause for thought?
No, digestion, lad, digestion. If you dash around after dinner like I've just had, all you get is wind. You catch any?
What?
Fish.
She was so stupid, she didn't even know what Walner did for a living, much less about any key.
He was with her last night, eh?
Yes, he's not so stupid. How about the Irish Brigade?
Oh, they confirmed Harris's alibi.
It looks as if we're back to Jones.
I doubt it.
Then why was he killed?
Not because he took the documents.
You don't think he did?
I know for a fact he didn't.
How?
I've just been taken to dinner by the people who supplied the safe to Woolwich Arsenal. Most hospitable they were. Took them on me as a potential client.
And you didn't disillusion them?
Didn't get a chance, so busy pushing the boat out. They satisfied me that that safe was not impregnable. No safe is. It would take an expert craftsman half the night to open that thing. Not unless he wanted to make any noise and damage it.
Well, he could have had an accomplice or a duplicate key.
No, it's a professional job. Jones was just an amateur. Those secret documents on the body, why'd the murderer leave them there? In my opinion, Jones stumbled on the spy by accident and was killed to stop him from telling what he knew. Right over here, will you, Garner?
That's the best I could do for you, Sergeant.
That's fine. Now, here we are, all the possibilities. Everyone an expert cracksman, each one capable of opening that safe.
And one a murderer.
If you have a moment.
Oh, yes, of course, sir. Look through those, see if any man was around at the material time. That's the best place for him, sir. Can't we do something about this paperwork? Have it abolished?
Shut the door, please. I've been having my ears assaulted all the morning by the minister.
Rather you than me, sir.
I come back here, what do I find? You and Marriott fooling around with a lot of documents as if this was a case of shoplifting.
I think I know what I'm doing, sir.
What worries me is your apparent inability to grasp that this is a case of the utmost urgency and national importance.
Well, I know that, sir.
Then why don't you act on it? All I ask is that I should be consulted, to be kept informed.
Look, there isn't time. Any progress?
Well, 3 possibles, one in the scrubs, one in the Ville.
Well, how can they be possible, sir? They're in prison, lad.
They're capable of opening the safe had they been limited.
This is a matter of extreme urgency and national importance. All you keep giving me is suspects who are behind bars. Use your head, lad, for goodness sake.
I said 3 possible, Sergeant. This is the one.
Is this, address still good?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Well, don't sit there mooning there. Let's find out, for goodness sake.
I'm sorry.
Marriott, for goodness sake. What? On second thoughts, sir, you better stay and hold the fort, lad.
Sergeant Cork? Marriott.
Son!
You know where he's gone?
I couldn't say for sure, sir.
I shall want a full report on your progress by 6 o'clock this evening.
Sir.
Also, I shall want to know immediately Sergeant Cork returned.
Oh, man, no. Oh, no, din, no, din, no, din, no. Ah, oui, maman.
Jean?
My dear Sergeant.
And what surname are you using at the moment, eh?
Dumas, naturally. But come in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Excuse me. The least little bit inopportune, but as always, welcome.
Thank you.
Not social code?
No.
Dommage.
Some secret documents were stolen last night from a safe at the Woolwich Arsenal. Some of them were extremely valuable.
You have a search warrant, I take it?
No.
Never mind. I never stand on formality.
A wretched little inoffensive Admiralty clerk was murdered, Jean-Pierre, and some of the documents which were not of use were planted on him.
Oh, a little traffic in secrets, but murder? Oh, you do me an injustice.
Where were you last night, Jean-Pierre?
Ah, now that I'm afraid I cannot tell you.
I'm not playing games, you know.
Evidently. Nonetheless, a lady's reputation, you understand, huh?
Yes, but I could take you in for questioning.
By all means.
It'd be rather uncomfortable.
Most inconvenient. You could, no doubt, get a deportation order on my past record.
I'm glad you have an appreciation of the situation.
Oh, I have indeed. But I give you my word it would throw no light on the case with which you are dealing. If I could demonstrate...
I'm listening.
You will allow at least that I am a professional.
I allow that with both hands.
Ah, merci. Now, these documents, I take it they're the modification to the new Whitehead torpedo?
You know about them?
Oh, that's not in my line of business. Oh, I do not deny that I was interested. And it would be false modesty to pretend that I could not have taken them.
But you didn't?
No. No, I was not ready. Oh, I mean, one does not rush into these things, you understand. One studies the problem, one finds a buyer, puts a proposition, and then perhaps... Oh, can you imagine that I would recruit a junior clerk and then murder him? No. No, I'm a sensitive person, like this plant. Hmm?
But he could have simply blundered on whoever did the job.
Ah, yes, but my dear Sergeant, that is the kind of risk one automatically allows for. One eludes the pursuit, one abandons the job, one does one of 100 things. One does not murder the intruder. No, 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 no. The whole affair reeks of gross amateurism.
Well, that's plausible.
But you do not altogether believe me, huh?
No.
Would you like me to do a little investigation for you, huh?
Well, how do you mean?
Well, we have a certain mutuality of interest, do we not? I wish to clear my name completely. You want to have the documents.
So?
Suppose I were to find out what has happened to them. If they've already been delivered, too bad. If
not, you might be able to get your hands on them and do a deal, eh?
It had crossed my mind.
No.
Very well. I will restore them to you.
And in return?
In return, you merely deal with the culprit.
I see, a long-term investment, eh?
From my point of view, Sergeant, eliminating this kind of competition will be a boon, for which I am more than willing to forego the profit on this occasion. Do we have a bargain?
It's a bargain.
Bon. You know, my dear Sergeant, for all your bluff exterior, you really are a very sophisticated man.
Thank you.
Now, here is the key to the Tantalus. You make yourself comfortable. I will be back as soon as I can. Huh?
Your report?
Just finished, sir.
Is that all?
I don't think I've left anything out.
Progress report is a bit of a misnomer, isn't it?
You going home, sir?
I have no intention of leaving till Sergeant Cork returns.
Ah, Sergeant, the superintendent.
A friend of mine, Jean-Pierre Dumas.
Enchanté.
Delighted. The superintendent.
Go on.
Superintendent, allow me to introduce a friend of mine.
Superintendent. You're a new face, huh? Delighted.
Jean-Pierre Dumas, a friend of mine, a commercial spy and safe blower par excellence. On my instructions, he's making a few inquiries about these missing specifications, sir.
What damn nonsense is this?
Won't you sit down, Superintendent? Now, these specifications, they have not yet been delivered.
To whom?
The Germans, of course. In view of the international situation, they seem the people most likely to be concerned.
And how did you discover they hadn't been delivered?
Simply by offering to perform that service myself.
I don't understand.
Oh, la, la, la. It really is extremely simple, Superintendent, huh? I approach a German contact of mine. I offer to steal the plans of the new Whitehead torpedo and sell them to the German government at a reasonable price.
What did your contact say?
Ah, now that is what is so interesting. They were polite, but not very enthusiastic. And the price they offered was absurd. No, I have the distinct impression they were not anxious to pursue the subject.
Oh, what does that prove?
Surely it is obvious, no? These specifications are vital. A half-dozen governments will pay a small fortune to get them. If the Germans were not interested, it could only be for one reason. They had the plans already. Oh, they were expecting to get them from another source.
Have they got them?
I have already explained to you, Superintendent, they have not yet been delivered. Naturally, I pursued the subject. Well, after all, this kind of thing is my livelihood. One has a right to know what is going on. So I was by turns incredulous, indignant, angry. Made no difference at all. But we have done business before, so eventually, to salve my feelings, I suppose, they revealed that they expected to get the specifications from the same source that had already yielded the secrets of the Nordenfeld submarine, the explosive lyddite, the Gatling, and the Maxim guns.
They have them all?
Indeed. All sent anonymously through the mails. All of them top-class secret information.
They did not disclose their source?
No. No, I have the impression they do not know who it is themselves.
See, there's no contact, no communication with the spy at all. The plans just sent through the mail.
And worst of all, no request for the payment of so much as a single penny piece from anyone. Oh, this could ruin the market.
Why bring us this information?
To clear my good name, of course. I may indulge in a little espionage, but I do so fairly and honestly. I've been able to supply your own government from time to time. Oh, I'm no chauvinist, but neither am I a murderer. I had nothing to do with the death of that little clerk.
I see. Well, it seems that our next step is to see that the mail from the German embassy is intercepted.
It'll take days to get official approval, so we just haven't got time.
Well, what do you suggest?
Of course. Happy to oblige.
I warn you, Jean-Pierre, this is not a game you're playing.
Oh, my dear Sergeant, you do me an injustice, Superintendent.
Ah, merci. Au revoir. Au revoir.
Can we trust him?
We don't have to. Merritt, follow him, will you? Put the foot wrong, pull him in.
Sir.
Well, where do we start? This is a major leak. Guns, ammunition, submarines. There can't be a spy in every service ministry, can there?
All the information that's leaked so far has gone through the Minister's department at one time or another.
Yes, that's so, which reminds me, Carruthers.
Minister's secretary?
Yes, I caught him eavesdropping this morning. Gardner!
Sir.
I want you to take this note and find this man, will you? Get him to go to the minister, tell him the minister wants to see him urgently. Escort him there as quick as you can.
Sir. So, you settled for the secretary, eh?
Haven't settled for anybody yet. Could be Carruthers, could be somebody a good deal higher up.
Oh.
Why weren't we told about these other leaks? Just think of it, a whole stream of vital secrets passing to the enemy. No one is told about it. We're only called in on this occasion because the clerk's been murdered. No, this could only be arranged at the highest level by a top man.
A touch of the amateur about this, isn't it, Charlie?
What? A whole stream of secrets going to the enemy? You call it amateur?
No, but all these secrets are being given free, gratis, and for nothing. That's hardly professional. Perhaps an idealist?
Too big. No, I'd look for bigger game.
Such as?
The minister, Corky? The minister.
I presume you have some reason for invading my house at this time of the night?
We have, sir.
Well?
You didn't tell us there'd been another security leak, sir.
I didn't see it had any connection with the present case.
But you knew about them.
Of course I did.
What did you do, sir?
I investigated. What else?
Personally?
Had them investigated.
With what result, sir?
None so far. Why, do you think you could have done better? I'm bound to say I've yet to see the evidence of that.
Then why bring us in on this one, sir?
Because, to my eternal regret, you were in it before I was.
Because of the murder?
Just so.
You mean if there hadn't been a murder, you'd have kept us out of this one too, sir?
Certainly.
Why?
Because, curiously enough, I don't relish my department's dirty linen being washed in public.
Is that why you lied, sir?
What about?
The size of the wash, sir, the other security leaks.
I did not lie.
Misled, evaded, you withheld information, sir.
I saw and see no reason to refer to matters that have nothing to do with you.
Your department is responsible for the work of the various service militias, right, sir?
Indeed.
Then isn't it reasonable to suppose that one traitor in your department could be responsible for all these security leaks?
It's possible. Yes, I'd considered that possibility. Excuse me. Come in.
You sent for me, Minister?
I did.
We asked Mr. Carruthers to come here, sir.
For what reason?
To answer some questions with your permission, sir. Mr. Carruthers, where were you last night between the hours of, say, 6:30 and 2 in the morning?
Do I have to answer?
I'd advise it. Unless you want to risk a charge of espionage and murder.
Murder?
Why so surprised? You've been taking a keen interest in our activities, haven't you? A little eavesdropping on the quiet?
No, I thought...
Never mind what you thought. Tell us where you were.
Well, get on with it, man.
I was arrested in Leicester Square at 6 o'clock last night. My solicitor was out to dinner. I was released on bail this morning.
What station?
Bow Street.
And the charge?
Well, I...
Speak up, man.
Drunk and disorderly. When the police arrived, I thought it was to report the matter to you, sir. Nothing happened. I was out of my mind.
Drunk.
And disorderly.
Have you done? Give me a go.
I suppose this means...
I don't know. We'll talk about it in the morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I need hardly say how very sorry I am that this has happened, sir. Sorry and deeply ashamed.
Well, that disposes of one suspect at least. In any case, I could have convinced you that it was impossible for Carruthers to have been responsible for these leakages. My department is organized in strict compartments. I am the only person who can have a complete picture of what goes on here.
Indeed, sir. That's interesting.
Can we come back to the key, sir? Your key. You say it never left your possession?
Never. I've already explained.
For instance, you take it when you had a bath?
Well, no.
It has left your possession.
Well, matter of moments.
Long enough for a member of the household to take an impression, have a duplicate key made?
That's unthinkable.
Why? I think we were to talk to the members of your staff and your family, sir.
But this is preposterous.
Possibly, but let's try and eliminate that possibility if we can.
How many residents, sir?
Cook, butler, parlour-maid, housemaid.
Well, each one could have taken an impression. Let's find out, shall we?
Gardner, let's have the staff down, please.
Sir, never mind the staff. Let's have the son of the house.
The son?
I've questioned the staff. I don't think they'd know about a secret specification if it got up and bit them. Let's concentrate on the probable, shall we?
All right, Gardner, the son first.
Sir.
But nothing's been taken from the safe here. The robbery was at the arsenal. I can't see how this line of inquiry can help.
They weren't interested in this safe, sir. What they were after were your keys, or duplicates of them.
So that they could open the safe at the arsenal, sir.
The butler's getting the staff, sir.
And the son of the house?
He's coming down. Father?
I did my best to spare you this, Alan.
I'm touched.
Sit down, please, sir. Some secret documents have been taken from Woolwich Arsenal. We have reason to believe that they were stolen by somebody in this house.
I see. Well, I'm at your service.
This is just a routine inquiry, you understand. You were an officer in the Horse Guards, I believe.
I was, yes.
You resigned your commission. Why?
I discovered that I disliked soldiering.
On principle?
If you like.
You are a pacifist, then?
I don't know what my principles...
There's nothing to be ashamed about. We all hate war.
Not all, I'm afraid. I would it were so. There are too many people in high places who worship the use of force and who stand to profit from it.
Alan, this is hardly the time.
No, it never is the time. All the authority in the land is summoned to act because you've lost 3 of your damn secret specifications. But let a man raise his voice against the whole business of power politics.
What do you say?
It's true. This whole household's being turned upside down because you've lost 3 miserable...
How did you know that only 3 specifications were missing?
You said.
I said secret documents were missing. I didn't say what sort.
Or how many?
Very well, then my father must have told me.
Minister?
No.
Well?
So I've been listening at keyholes. A shameful habit, I grant you. But it's hardly an indictable offense.
I don't mind if we search your room.
My pleasure.
You'll remove the evidence, no doubt.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't you know that we're having the German embassy's mail watched?
For what?
An envelope. An envelope containing the specifications. When we find it, I don't think we'll have any difficulty in recognizing your handwriting.
My handwriting?
It's only a question of time. Why prolong the agony?
I hadn't bargained on your intercepting the mail.
So you admit it.
Of course. Shall we go?
But in God's name, why?
What's the point? You wouldn't understand. You never understood anything about me.
You betrayed your country. Give me no excuse for that.
No? I betrayed my country, if that's what I did. Because I came to see my father as a totally dangerous man. I'm not talking on the personal level now. But if it furthers your political ambitions, you're quite prepared to be the agent of death and destruction, aren't you?
My political ambitions? I don't understand.
No, but I did. Quite suddenly, I understood it all. In this day and age, weapons breed wars. Your department exists for no other reason but to spread fear and suspicion between nations. So I decided to intervene, to do my poor best for peace and sanity. I took your secrets and made them available to other nations, to keep the balance, you see.
You've lost your reason. You're mad.
I don't doubt that's how I must seem to you. It's convenient for you to dismiss me as insane. It saves your pride. It's a long time, Father, since you had any contact with an ideal.
Ideals? What about Jones?
Jones?
The clerk you murdered.
I never knew his name.
Yes, but you killed him.
He followed me from the arsenal. I tried to reason with him, bribe him.
In the end, you killed him.
I didn't want to, I had to.
In the name of sanity, in the name of peace.
Don't you understand? Don't any of you understand? He threatened everything I've been trying to do. I hate killing. It's against my entire principles. But when he refused to be reasonable... When it was finished, I was sick. Physically sick. Yes, I took a human life, but it wasn't murder. It was an evil necessity. I left some of the plans on his body in the hope that suspicion would be diverted from my work. Don't you understand? Why'd you stare at me? The end must justify the means. He was only one man, one poor, unimportant clerk. And what I was trying to do was more important than an individual, just one man.
That's for God to judge, not you.
Take him away. Charge him. We'll let you have the specifications, sir, as soon as we get them.
My son, my own son.
For all our differences, I wish this case hadn't ended like this.
It'll mean resigning, you realize? My whole life's work, all my ambitions, finished, ruined. And the scandal, the press, my colleagues. I'm going to be crucified, Superintendent. Crucified.
My God.
Crucified.
I'll save my sympathy for your son, sir. He's going to be hanged.
Ah.
My dear Sergeant.
Did you manage the interception all right?
Naturally. Did you find the culprit?
Naturally.
Might one inquire?
The minister's son.
Ooh, la 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 la.
Now, may I have the specifications?
Oh, so abrupt.
The specifications.
I'm not in this business for the good of my health, you know.
Now, look, I warned you, Jean-Pierre.
Ah, yes, but that was before I had what you want.
Oh, now, look, if you...
Ah, now, please, my dear Sergeant. You don't really think I'd be so foolish as to keep them on my own person, now, do you?
Where are they?
Well, now, as soon as we come to an arrangement, I shall be delighted to tell you.
How much?
Shall we say, 10,000 pounds?
What shall we say, Mary?
What, son?
10,000 pounds for the missing specifications.
I say you'll be lucky. He lodged them at a poste restaurant in Ebury Street. It took me some time to persuade them to hand them over.
You had me followed.
Naturally.
Ah, well.
No.
Oh, it was just my little joke.
I'm not so easily amused.
You'll find it very difficult to prove I meant to steal them.
Yes?
I shall merely say that I put them into safekeeping while I came directly to inform you.
Might get away with that, too.
You see.
But I don't think we'll have any difficulty in pressing a charge against you of tampering with Her Majesty's mail, will we, Marriott?
None at all.
I was merely acting on your instruction.
Do you think any court in the world will believe that from you?
Eh bien. What really hurts me is that you did not trust me.
What really hurts me is that I might have been stupid enough to do so. Charge him, will you?
Monsieur?
You could not make it something rather more, what shall I say, spectacular? Tampering with the mails. Is such a come down after all these years?
No.
No?
No.